Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. SeKo Starcraft bringing you a paused game with IllmadicW versus Alejandro.
Hey, what's up?
As the red Protoss in the top left. How are you doing there, Willie?
I'm eating food.
That's awesome, dude. Don't spit all over the mic. I'll get pissed off at you. You told me this is your first Silver League game.
Yes. I was really excited to get into silver. What happened was I started a game. The guy quit out immediately, and they put me in silver, even though I was like 53 on the bronze circuit. So
see, that was weird because you were like number 2 on bronze or something for a while.
Then I got drunk and decided to play.
No, then it'd be like re-changed up the leagues, reset the leagues, and then you got dumped in the bottom. It was pretty strange. But I've never been in the top 5 of a league because it's always just skipped me to the next league when I've gotten close.
Maybe that's what happened to me.
Possibly. Or you're just too Gosu.
I guess so.
Look at that Gosu barracks placement. So Gosu.
I don't know what that means.
Just think of it as being really super tits at Starcraft.
Okay, excellent. So, like I said, this is my first silver game. And
Well,
it's against a Protoss, so...
I haven't played silver in a long time, but I'm looking at this guy here. I'm thinking he's either going to go for a Gateway Cyber into an expansion, which would seem the standard thing to do in the metagame right now, particularly in a 4-player map. He did scout cross spawns first,
Yeah.
and he didn't find you.
No, he did not.
And you got a gas coming down before your barracks is finished. So I'm assuming this is into Willie's infamous Hellion Drop Banshee Rush.
I actually not. See, the barracks finished first,
Okay.
right?
Yep. And you have to scout. I love that. I like scouting. Scouting is awesome.
The tragedy is I'm on the exact same scout path as him, so I'm going to get to him after he gets to me, I think.
If I had to pick a race that it's okay to scout latest, it's probably Protoss. Terran, if you get there too late, he's walled off and you won't get in. Protoss, they have to really rush to get a stalker out to stop you because the Zealot won't stop you. And Zerg, if they 6-pool you and you don't find out soon that they're not expanding, you might just end up dying. So I think with Protoss, it's the safest way to do it.
The lucky thing is, because he is going to get to my base last, essentially. I have a Marine out, so I think about walling up, but he totally doesn't go up that ramp for some reason.
Well,
so
at least you're conscious of it. It's very important that you want to keep that wall up always there, unless you have a reason for it to be down, right?
My money, I think my money's high, but I think I'm actually going to go for a quick expand, now that I know that he can't see me. So I have an extra barracks up.
The problem is your gas is high and your money is high. So you're about to spend all this money on an expansion, but I don't see a factory down. So you have this money available for teching, but you're not teching with it. So if the plan was to get a really fast expansion with Marine support, you probably don't need to get gas yet.
It was... I just wanted to make sure that I had some Marines, because I think I played the last game I played, I just got stomped when I tried to go tech too quickly, and he just walked in and with like 8 Marines just shot me.
I'm just saying that you have, you know, almost 250 gas, and that you haven't spent it on anything yet. If we look at his base anyways, you're getting there with your scout finally.
Yeah.
It just gets through. You will see that it is... Oh, this is a really strange opening. 2 gates. Chrono boosting out the +1. Now, if you see this, if you see somebody chrono boosting out his upgrade, he's coming to get you.
I know he's coming to get me, actually. Because I do see the 2 gateways, and I saw the cannon finish up too. Or sorry, I saw the forge moving around.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, he has zealots out. If he has zealots in his base and he hasn't done anything with yet, he's coming at you. Throw down
as you see,
bunkers.
I throw down two more bunkers, or 2 more barracks, actually.
For me, the thing about somebody that's doing this, pause it for a second if you can there. The thing about somebody doing this and building all these attacking units, he's got a cannon down. So this guy either is super newbie, and he's afraid of getting attacked, and that's fine. You've got an expansion down, and he doesn't. So he's either going to come and attack you, and all you have to do is defend it, and you're in the lead, or he's super noob and he won't expand, and you're still going to be in the lead. So at this point, your best thing to probably do is throw down 2 bunkers, right where your Marines are, at the bottom of the ramp.
Uh-huh.
Get your orbital command going soon, and get SCVs transferred to your natural. So that way if he attacks you, you can run out to repair your bunkers. You can unpause it now. The reason SUVs. Always the SUVs. The reason I bring that up is you don't want to die to something stupid like this early on, so get the bunkers out, they're salvageable. And if he's not very good, and he just doesn't expand, and this is his strategy, and he sits in his base, eventually you're just going to be better than him, because you have an expansion.
Well, and I think that's what, well, we'll see how the game progresses here, but I do appreciate your, yeah, I don't put down a bunker. So he has a cannon.
Units are so tanky. They will eat through Marines that are unupgraded without medevacs. If you don't have medevacs, Marauders with slow, get your bunkers out. There's no reason not to do that. You have, once again, you have your engineering base, you have all this gas, and you haven't spent your gas at all, other than some
I'm
Marauders.
gonna open up my production tab here, and yeah, I'm really, for some reason, I want my other upgrades. I think I'm really I want stim, and I want my.
Well, you can get it. You've got tech labs. You can get your stim. You haven't started any of your marine upgrades yet. That's why you also need those bunkers. Right now you have scans. You have 2 orbitals. Dropping one right on his ramp. You see where his ramp is in his base.
Yeah.
That's where his army is. That's where most people will keep their army until they're ready to move out. If you scan there, you're going to see 3 of his gateways. You would see if there's an expansion, which there is none. And you'd either see his army there and you're safe, or you see his army is not there and it's coming for you. So it's never a problem against a Protoss. You think it's going to go 4 gate to scan to see what's happening, right? Because you're miles ahead right now. The only thing that would stop you is if he actually comes and kills your shit. Because he's got more supply than you. He's got more...
yeah, he's ahead. Would you say he's ahead?
If you look at the units count, he's got 6 more workers than you do, and you've got double bases. You are supply blocked right now, which doesn't help.
No.
And you're not building any supply depots.
I got on the supply dock right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's alright.
I was building depots, I guess.
So you've got... What's the point of having the double factory in your mind?
I've decided that I'm going tank marine medevac, because
tanks.
Because I'm in silver now. My stupid Banshee Firebat thing's not gonna work. I have that in my brain. That's not gonna work.
See, now I'll fill you in. 1, you need to scan because once again he's got his base coming up and you don't know that. You're still thinking he's going to attack you, whereas you should be macroing up. Probably getting a 3rd CC. But if you're going to be getting out, tanks are really, really good against Protoss in the early game. As the game progresses, tanks become less and less effective.
Because they go air or what?
No, because they get their upgrades up and they have Colossus and air units. Tanks do splash damage, but they have Zealots with charge, Stalkers with blink, Immortals. Your tanks are not going to become less effective as the game goes on. Hellbats, on the other hand, are a really great thing to mix into your army, because Hellbats cut through all of his Zealots super good, right?
Okay. I just paused it for you, because I think I'm moving to the front of his base here.
Now, why are you moving to his base right now? What is your motivation to do that?
I haven't seen him in a while, and I'm going to scout with a little army.
This is your whole army.
Well, I got enough production buildings. I feel I can replace what I have right now fairly quickly.
That's fine, but for instance, this is really your whole army. If you go in there...
It is my whole army, yes.
If he had some sentries and you get force fielded up against Zealots and he just kills you, you just lost your whole army. 1 scan is worth, I think, about 300 or 400 minerals. 1 scan will save you an army, potentially. You don't have medevacs here. You don't have medevacs, you don't have stim, you don't have upgrades.
I'm researching all of that right now, actually, if you look at the production tab.
Yeah, I see it.
I think I'm waiting for stim to finish before I attack.
And stim takes a long time. What we call, in the industry, is a timing attack. A timing attack is timing up an attack with some sort of important upgrade. So waiting for your stim is important, but you don't have medevacs, and it looks like you're about to attack anyways, and you don't have anything that gives you an advantage right now. Happily, you do have a bigger army than him, so this isn't a bad move if you had scanned to see what was going on.
So I think I'm producing a little bit more now. I've caught up to him in supply.
Oh, you're way ahead. Your production buildings are awesome. You've expanded. You should probably consider getting another command center down. Your hotkeys are in place. Your army right now, because it hasn't been reinforced, you should think, if your army's sitting outside of his base without being reinforced for a few minutes, it's probably now weaker than the enemy's.
And I think it is, isn't it?
Well,
oh no,
well,
he got a
it's
cannon.
Not. He's got
Stim
cannon.
finished. Stim finished, but I'm waiting for 1-1. I'm waiting for 1-1. So it's a timing attack, but it's poorly timed.
See, now what you should be having, instead of tanks, what's more important if you're doing bio is medevacs. You don't need the tanks. The tanks are not going to help you. This army should be moving up to your other army right now, instead of attacking.
Here we go. So, I micro a little bit better. As you see, I'm actually target firing, where he is not.
Yeah, that's true. A tip is, if you see you getting shot from the high ground, move to
away.
Your right, because you can't see the high ground.
I don't know I'm aiming at the pylon. I think that was a misclick. Yeah,
it's
okay,
a
now
misclick.
it's like...
But whatever.
So I traded not great. I don't think I traded great.
He's got no army. You have an army. You see these cannons up. This is why you should scan. These cannons up means he's afraid. Expand, expand, expand. The guy has no intention of expanding. Go get yourself a third base now, as you should be after you're attacking. You've got siege tanks. He's got no army. You've got siege tanks. You've got range. Go siege up in front of his base. You've got range.
I think I'm sitting here. No, I got my army moving out again because I think that's what I know. I'm like, you know what? I think I killed his army.
Yeah, this is a very wise move. Those medevacs should join your army, but you have tanks that you can start sieging up all those cannons.
The one thing I think I'm doing right now. Tell me if this is right or not. I do have a marine at the one watchtower in between our two bases.
That is super wise. Zerg players do this all the time. They put a Zergling there and a Zergling at the very north one. That covers most of the map that people can get out with and see almost all expansions.
Yeah.
That is a wise thing to do. He's got a motherfucking mothership.
Yeah, I think he was rushing to get this.
Look at all those fucking... How did I not see the starports and the star... Oh my god, William. This is when you just go crush face. That's why you need to scan and see what's happening. You don't know this is coming at you.
No, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. He's building immortals for my tanks, and he's essentially building carriers for everything. Like, carriers are good about everything.
I believe currently, I know there was in Wings of Liberty, but carriers had the highest DPS of anything in the game.
Yes.
Now, that's why, in your case, you do not have enough army here. You've got a lot of Marines, actually. That's pretty good.
I target fire the mothership.
You have to, because that's the only thing you can attack.
Yeah. And I think I win this.
You do.
Because I have more army.
Now, what you should do, you gotta unsiege and you've gotta do damage. And behind this, you gotta keep building stuff. But you've gotta know what to build. And for instance, all these Stargates, you don't know that's happening. You don't know that you need Vikings.
Yeah, I don't know I need Vikings. So... I'm doing the damage, and then I notice this. I'm like, oh god, he got carriers.
So hold position, siege up, and attack.
So target fire.
Okay.
I didn't siege up though, unfortunately.
You
but
don't
I'm
need
target
to
firing
at this point. That's fine. After you kill this, I would even consider going home. Like, you have enough army, but you might as well just go home right now. You know that he's got a tech that you don't have ability to deal with well.
Yeah.
Pushing in right now is trading an army. Like, your tanks are up front going to die. But you're trading... Like, go in and kill economy. You haven't killed any economy of his. Take all of your Marines, stim up, run in there, kill the cannon, and kill probes.
Yeah.
Once again, if you're not going to kill him, run away. Get the rest of your army together, and run away. Right?
I don't know what I'm doing here. So I'm not looking. I'm not looking at the front. Oh, now... I'm moving in.
See, this is such a small army. You might think you've got a huge advantage, but you really don't.
I think this is me trying to go after his worker lines, but I think I killed one probe.
Yeah. I'm looking at your vision right now, and you're so focused on this army, you've got 3,000 minerals.
Yeah.
Tip for Terran. Take 4 SCVs, run them off somewhere, and make 4 command centers. Just to turn into orbital commands. Just go do that, right? You'll need those orbital commands because you should be scanning tons of stuff. Your production should be off the charts.
Yeah, and I think I noticed my minerals, but my gas is just it. I'm broke in gas.
But all you need
So
is
I want to make
Marines.
tanks. I want to make medevacs, but I can't.
That's why Marines are so important. You've got 4 new barracks, and you're throwing down reactors, which is fantastic. That's a perfect move right there. Because
Yeah.
you're going to be able to get overwhelming numbers. If his base, I mean, he's got 111 on all of his units, but he never made a Templar Archives, I don't think, or Twilight, so he can't
No.
get 222 on anything.
Yeah. So he's going for an expansion finally.
Well,
So
he
he's
was going
long.
for that before. You canceled that when you first attack.
Yeah.
Because his main is mined out. But you don't have
Okay,
enough of a supply lead right now. This is where your reactor's going to kick in. Tons of Marines. Are you enough 2-2 started?
I'm
No.
starting 2-2 right now.
Oh, okay.
As you see, there it is. I'm building 4 command centers right now because I'm like, this money is so stupid.
This is so smart. Why not? You've got control. You can take your army out, start patrolling the map. You know you've got the lead, right? At this point, you should know you have the lead.
Yeah.
So don't have map control.
So my idea here is I have 2 tanks that are stuck here. I don't know if I ever free them.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's why with your command centers, don't build them in your main base. Go build them somewhere else. You can always cancel them.
The idea of these command centers, I believe, we're just going to turn into orbitals, where the one that actually is by
You're attacking
minerals.
right now. Once again, lots of Marines.
Okay.
Marines cut through interceptors. That's why Marines are so good against any type of carriers, is they just kill all the interceptors so fast.
Yeah.
So
no,
this
I
is
was going to
great.
wait for 2-2, but...
He pulls all his probes away, which is good. But, see, kill his base, and if you don't think you can kill him outright, just run away after you kill this. You did the damage you needed to. Scout around, make sure he doesn't have a third. You know you've got the lead. Chill out.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm standing right here, because I know if I deny him this base, I'm going to win.
Stim. I like that. You ran right under his carriers.
Okay.
Your medevacs give you high ground vision, right?
Yeah.
That's what's so great. Right now you're in such an amazing position. And he leaves. Like, this is such a good position.
Yeah, he rage quits, I think. He was frustrated that he built the best unit in the entire game, and I built Marines.
Okay, well, just for other people to know, you can't go 4 Stargate carrier on 2 bases. This doesn't work. The thing that was against you on this is use scans, right? Don't use them all the time, but if you've got the lead, use a scan or 2 just to see what's going on, right? See the tech, see his base, see his army. That's the great benefit of having scans. The other thing is, you always had an observer around your army.
Yeah.
Once in a while, scan your army if you play against Protoss. Oh, bad gin burps. And you'll be able to take those out, and it hurts them a lot.
Is there any particular point in this replay that you think is a very key moment, either that I really need to focus on, or something that I did very, very well, and that I can just like snapshot it back? Like, it was a 22-minute game.
Yeah, one of them was at the very beginning, get bunkers. You see that he was going 4-gate.
I'm gonna see if I can load this.
Oh, don't worry about it. It'll take a while. Okay, well at this point it's a little bit early, but essentially you see him going 4-gate, and you have all those barracks. Throw down the bunkers and be safe. If you're not going to attack, be ready to defend.
Okay, so if I have my army to defend against Protoss, because that's essentially what I had all these Marines here for. Yeah, so about here.
Okay, pause it up.
Okay, pause.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. The reason why Terran wall in is Terran have really high damage units that are super weak. If the Protoss went 4-gate Stalker Zealot, you would have just died. Like, you would just die right here. And actually, right about the 7-minute mark is when his cybernetics research would be done. His other 2 gates would be up, and he'd be attacking you. You would just die. Because you don't have stim, you don't have upgrades, you don't have medevacs. He will get on top of your army.
Okay?
Yeah, he will just get on top of your army and kill it. You will die. You need those bunkers out against a Protoss. Particularly, you saw that he wasn't expanding. Once this command center is done upgrading, I do the same thing. Is I like to expand to scan the ramp and to see if he is actually coming for that 4-gate. If not, you see he's got no expansion. Build up a huge army until the 10-minute mark and just go stomp him. You will just stomp him. But because you don't do that...
So if 7 minutes is when a 4-gate starts.
It should be somewhere in that range, right? Like, it's not exact, but if you see right now, his warp gate research is done.
Yeah.
So most 4 gates are sneaky. They put down 1 gateway and then put down the last 3 at the last minute, which means that their army is really small and they have to warp it in. They need to do 2 cooldown cycles. 2 cooldown cycles it could be at least 8 zealots, or zealots and stalkers and sentries.
So if I see that, I should also start seeing if he's got a pylon close to me. Right?
You can, but it's not even worth it. You won't find it in time, and if you send out your army and they're caught away, he will kill you.
I'll die. Okay.
You gotta get super lucky to find that. So yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. It didn't actually come into play in this game, but I've gone up against so many 4 gates that there's no reason to not do that.
Now, here's a point here in this game. Now you've seen it. Now I've got this army. Like, is this? If I have an army this size, I should be saying, you know, it's almost so this is a build up an army in 10 minutes, attack them. If I haven't attacked them in 10 minutes, then something's up, because I think I can win right now with my army.
Here's a good example. You could have won, but that's why we call it a timing attack. For instance, if you said, I'm going to get down a really fast stim pack, because you have the resources. If you said, I'm going to get out a tech lab at the 6-minute mark, because by the 8-minute mark, stim will be done, and I'll have enough marauders and marines, I will scan once, and if he's expanded, I will attack. If he has not expanded, that means that he's building a bigger army than mine, and I will wait for medevacs.
Okay.
Right? That's a really intelligent way of thinking about it. So when I look at your army right now, yes, you would have won because he's shitty, but because he didn't expand, he technically should have a bigger army, or he should be expanding, which he is. And you have no reason to attack right now, other than the fact that you're expanding. You've got no stim, you've got no upgrades, you've got no medevacs. You would just be playing luck. I just would happen to be better than him at having more units. Right? It's not a long-term strategy. It will work in the low leagues, but as you get better, that Protoss will have a wall and immortals or sentries. This guy didn't make a single immortal or sentry. That should tell you he's not that good.
He did make immortals, but it was too late.
Well, there's no point for him. He was rushing for carrier. And also, when I look at your army at this point, and it's great to have that army out, because you went 4 gate, but you don't know when the attack's coming. You don't have the watchtowers right now.
I have it now. I have 1, but I don't. But he could totally just, if he clicks kind of by my base, then I could miss it.
Yeah,
now that's
pause it up for a second. Just mostly because I think my my fraps went south, and I'm gonna have to end it here soon because it's all backing up. But regardless, I'm just saying at this point, what's important is you gotta have good decision making. You've got the lead when it comes to economy. You do. So use that as your advantage. If you've got the lead in economy, he's got to do the damage. If he's got the lead in economy, you've got to go do damage.
Okay.
So anyways, I think that's the biggest point I can bring from this. I hope some people picked out a few pointers that'll help them out. That was SeKo Starcraft with
IllmadicW.
And we'll talk to you guys real soon with some more Bronze League action. Oh, Silver now. Silver League
Yeah,
action.
I'm Silver, buddy.